Brown circle, emoji meaning. The brown circle emoji represents the color brown, which is often associated with earth, nature, stability, warmth, and simplicity. Common uses include referring to the color brown, for example, thinking of wearing brown today, symbolizing nature, earth, or organic things, for example, stay grounded and connected to nature, representing stability, reliability, or warmth, for example, keeping things simple and strong, or used in design, aesthetics, or discussions about neutral tones, for example, loving this earthy color palette. It is commonly used in color-related, nature, and aesthetic conversations. Brown heart, emoji meaning. The brown heart emoji represents love, warmth, and appreciation, often with a connection to the color brown. It can symbolize earthiness, stability, diversity, or support for the black and brown communities. Common uses include expressing love, care, and affection, for example, sending you love and good vibes, representing warmth, wholesomeness, and natural beauty, for example, cozy autumn vibes, showing support for diversity and inclusion, for example, proud to stand for unity and equality, or symbolizing nature, earth, or organic aesthetics, for example, loving these earthy tones. It is commonly used in love, nature, diversity, and aesthetic conversations. Brown square, emoji meaning. The brown square emoji represents the color brown, symbolizing earth, stability, reliability, warmth, and natural elements. It can also be used for aesthetic purposes, design, or as a simple color reference. Common uses include referring to the color brown, for example, loving earthy tones today, symbolizing nature, wood, or soil, for example, back to nature vibes, representing stability, simplicity, or neutrality, for example, keeping things grounded and steady, or used in design, aesthetics, or brown-themed references, for example, this new logo has a great brown shade. It is commonly used in color, nature, stability, and design discussions. Bubble tea, emoji meaning. The bubble tea emoji represents bubble tea, also known as boba tea, a popular Taiwanese drink made with tea, milk, and chewy tapioca pearls. It is often used to express love for bubble tea cravings, or casual outings with friends. Common uses include talking about bubble tea or drinks in general, for example, I need my boba fix, expressing cravings for a sweet treat, for example, bubble tea sounds perfect right now, sharing fun or casual moments, for example, let's grab some boba together, or used aesthetically in cute or foodie conversations, for example, bubble tea vibes all day. It is commonly used in food, drink cravings, and social hangout discussions. Bubbles, emoji meaning. The bubbles emoji represents soap bubbles, cleanliness, freshness, or a light and playful mood. It can also symbolize bathing, sparkling effects, or even metaphorical ideas like dreams or fragility. Common uses include talking about bathing, washing, or cleanliness, for example, time for a relaxing bubble bath, expressing lightness, fun, or a dreamy feeling, for example, floating through life like a bubble, symbolizing freshness or something sparkling, for example, this new scent is so fresh, or used aesthetically to add a soft or whimsical vibe, for example, loving this pastel aesthetic. It is commonly used in cleanliness, relaxation, fun, and dreamy or aesthetic conversations. Bucket, emoji meaning. The bucket emoji represents a container used for carrying liquids, sand, or other materials. It can symbolize cleaning, chores, construction, water, or even metaphorical ideas like kicking the bucket, death, or a bucket list goals to achieve before dying. Common uses include talking about cleaning or chores, for example, time to mop the floors, referring to construction, painting, or carrying materials, for example, need a bucket of paint for this project, mentioning water-related activities, activities, for example, let's go to the beach and build sandcastles, or symbolizing a bucket list or goals, for example, checking off another dream from my bucket list. It is commonly used in cleaning, construction, water-related, and goal-setting discussions. Bug. Emoji meaning. The bug emoji represents a caterpillar or generic insect and is often used to symbolize bugs in nature, software bugs, creepiness, or personal growth, since caterpillars transform into butterflies. Common uses include talking about insects or nature, for example, look at this cute little caterpillar, referring to software bugs or technical issues, for example, ugh, found a bug in the code, symbolizing growth and transformation, for example, every journey starts somewhere, or used playfully to represent something gross or annoying, for example, there's a bug in my room. It is commonly used in nature, tech, growth, and humorous or creepy contexts. Building construction. Emoji meaning. The building construction emoji represents the process of building or construction work. It is commonly associated with construction sites, urban development, renovations, or progress on a project. Common uses include talking about construction projects or buildings, for example, the new mall is almost done, symbolizing work in progress or ongoing development, for example, website updates are in progress, representing physical labor, engineering, or architecture, for example, hard hats on, let's get to work, or used metaphorically for personal growth or improvement, for example, building a better future, one step at a time. It is commonly used in construction, progress updates, engineering, and metaphorical growth discussions. Bullet train. Emoji meaning. The bullet train emoji represents a high-speed train, often associated with modern transportation, efficiency, and travel in countries like Japan, Shinkansen. It can symbolize fast travel, commuting, progress, or speed in general. Common uses include talking about train travel or public transportation, for example, taking the bullet train to Tokyo, symbolizing speed, efficiency, or rapid progress, for example, moving through tasks like a bullet train, expressing excitement about a trip or journey, for example, can't wait for this adventure, or used in tech or business contexts to represent innovation and forward movement. It is commonly used in travel, commuting, speed, efficiency, and futuristic discussions. Bullseye. Emoji meaning. The bullseye emoji represents hitting a target, precision, achievement, or focus. It is commonly associated with goals, success, accuracy, and determination. Common uses include talking about achieving goals or success, for example, finally hit my fitness goal, symbolizing focus and determination, for example, staying on track and focused, referring to something being exact or spot on, for example, that answer was perfect, or used in gaming or sports contexts, archery, darts, etc. It is often used in motivation, achievement, accuracy, and goal-setting discussions.